Hello everyone, this is Chantal from Gluten-Free Cooking123.com, and today I'm going to show you how to use your leftovers. What I have today is a leftover sweet potato that just didn't want to get eaten. And I'm going to show you how to use that and turn it into something delicious. Because of what's happening right now, we always want to be careful and not waste food, but especially right now because of the situation we are in, we want to try our best to not have any food go to waste. What I have been doing personally is whatever leftovers we have that we kind of get bored of, I just put them in the freezer, and if there's something that I can reuse in a different recipe and turn it into something completely different, I just keep that and just turn it into a new recipe, or put it in the freezer and then take it out whenever I want it. So what I'm going to do with my sweet potato today is I'm going to make blueberry sweet potato muffins. And
I love muffins. I forgot you are making muffins.
I'm going to use the same recipe as my applesauce muffins, but instead of baking soda I'm going to use baking powder, because I don't believe that sweet potatoes are acidic. While applesauce is acidic, the baking soda is a base and it helps, and applesauce is acidic, so that's what creates the foaming action. You know, like when you put the baking soda into vinegar to create a volcano or a volcanic action, that's what releases the carbon dioxide and gives you that foaming action. And that foaming action, or the carbon dioxide, is what helps our muffins rise. And because I don't believe the sweet potatoes are acidic, I'm going to use baking powder instead. And I forgot to grab eggs. I will grab that too. I have a couple eggs left in my fridge, and that's it for eggs. We're almost out, so I'm going to use them for muffins. So let me show you how to do that. The first thing we need is half a cup of butter and half a cup of brown sugar. I just put my butter in the microwave a little bit for 15 seconds, and I accidentally put it in a little longer than that actually, so it melted a little bit, but that's okay. It's going to cool pretty quickly as soon as I put it in the KitchenAid bowl. Part of it melted, not all of it. I like to scrape it just to make sure I get every little bit. And to that I'm going to add half a cup of brown sugar. I'm going to pack that. I have here, I don't know, what do you call that, paddle attachment? I don't know. I'm going to attach the bowl to the KitchenAid and attach the paddle. And we're going to mix it on high until it is light and fluffy. And to that I'm going to add 2 eggs, 1 egg at a time. You don't want to add both eggs at the same time. But before I add the first egg, I'm going to scrape the bowl. I'm adding in the first egg. So as you can see, it doesn't mix in very well right away. So what I do is I stop it and I scrape down a little. And now we're going to add in our second egg. Now I'm going to add half a teaspoon of vanilla extract, or a teaspoon. I added about a teaspoon. And now we're going to prepare our sweet potato. I'm going to scoop the inside of the sweet potato into a bowl. I'm going to peel the sweet potatoes first. Actually, it peels really easily just because it was in the fridge in a Ziploc bag. So easy. This sweet potato is oven roasted. Now I'm going to use my immersion blender and blend the sweet potato until it's smooth before I add it into the batter. And now I'm going to add 3/4 cups of sweet potato puree into the batter. And 1/4 cup. And whatever is left here, I'm just going to put in a Ziploc bag and put it back in the freezer. Now we're going to run the KitchenAid again. Now we're going to add our dry ingredients, and I need a 1 3/4 cups of my baking flour mix, and I will have the recipe in the description box below. I will also include the recipe for the applesauce muffins, and you guys can adjust it to what I just did over here. 1 cup. I'm also going to add in a teaspoon of xanthan gum. It doesn't need it, but I don't usually add it, but this time I'm adding it. I just want to give it a better texture. It already has a good texture without the xanthan gum, but the xanthan gum will help improve it. Instead of 1 teaspoon of baking soda, I'm going to put 2 teaspoons of baking powder. I already put 1 in. Half a teaspoon of salt. And half a teaspoon of cinnamon. You can omit the cinnamon if you want, or you could also add maybe pumpkin spices if for pumpkin pie spices or something like that. And now we're going to mix all this in on high speed for 3 minutes. And the last thing we're going to add is the blueberries, of course. I'm going to add 1 cup of frozen blueberries. If you don't have frozen blueberries, you don't have to add them. You could also substitute with a different type of fruit. And we're going to give it a quick mix. Okay, that's it. And the last thing we're going to do is put them in a muffin pan and bake them at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 17 to 20 minutes, or until you insert a toothpick in the middle and it comes out clean. So I have already preheated my oven. All I need to do is just transfer them into a muffin tray. I like to give it a quick mix with a spatula, just in case if there was any batter that was stuck at the bottom, just to kind of make sure it's well mixed together. I'm going to spray my muffin pan with some cooking spray. I just like to come back and wipe off any excess oil. And I'm going to use 2 spoons and just scoop it in here. I don't fill it all the way to the top. There we go. Now we're going to put it in the oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 17 to 20 minutes. And also put it on the middle rack. And there they are. I baked them for 17 minutes. That's all it took. The batter was denser than the applesauce muffins. So if you want, you could add maybe some milk or some oil to just balance it out to make it more of the applesauce muffins consistency. They seem really soft, and adding in the blueberries helps also because the blueberries release their juices into the muffins and help with moistening the muffins. So now we're going to put them on a cooling rack. They are super hot right now, and I wouldn't advise eating them right away like this. I prefer them actually a little bit cooler, but I just want to show you the inside. So let me open this up for you guys. Do you see this? Doesn't that look amazing? Look at this. I just need it to cool down a little bit before I taste it. I just took them out of the oven, breaking it up to cool it down faster, exposing more surface area. Should be good. It is very delicious. It's very good. It's not super sweet. It has a slight sweetness to it. If you want it to be more sweet, you could add a little more sugar to it. It will probably taste a little sweeter when it cools down, but right now it's super hot, so it's not going to taste the same. It's perfect. Xanthan gum also helped with the texture of the muffin. Oh, it's so good. I can't stop. Well, you could add in some, if you do have it, you could put some whipped cream on top. So that's it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope it was helpful to you and gave you some ideas on what to do with your leftover foods, so just to help stop with food waste. Like I said before, we want to minimize food waste as much as possible, especially in this time that we are in today because of the current situation that the whole world is in, really. If you are new to this channel, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button to see more of these videos and hit the bell so that you can be notified whenever I upload a new video. I upload one video a week, and if you like this video, hit the like button. Share this video also with your friends and family to help them also to find new ways to reuse their leftover food. I will leave the links for the applesauce muffin recipe down in the description box below, and also for my gluten-free baking flour mix. And thank you again so much for watching, and thank you again for watching, and I'll see you again in the next episode.